Namaskar, this is CVR English and it's time to roll the prime time with me Anukriti Sharma, but before that, let's take a look at the headlines first. Chandrababu Naidu has launched TDP membership registration program, emphasized the importance of expanding the party's base. Dr. S. Jayashankar has articulated the significance of the Global South, emphasized trust and expectations these countries have in India. Farmers from Punjab staged a protest to voice their grievances over various agricultural issues, concerned about the rising costs and inadequate compensation. Israel's retaliatory strike against Iran targeted multiple military targets across Iran. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken pushed on for a halt to fighting between Israel and military groups. Heavy Israeli airstrikes on historic Lebanese port city shown no respite. Team India suffered a heavy defeat in the second test against New Zealand at Pune. The Kiwis won the three-test series. Kiwis won this test by 133 runs. External Affairs Minister Jayashankar has emphasized that the world is increasingly turning to India due to the opportunities that it presents. He urged the importance of prioritizing national interests and highlighting India's unique position in global diplomacy, particularly regarding the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Jayashankar has pointed out that few countries have the capability to engage in a dialogue with both President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine and President Vladimir Putin of Russia. And he noted that the international community has high expectations from India to take action and to facilitate discussions in light of this war. Reflecting on India's leadership at the recent G20 summit, he remarked on the positive shift in the entire global perception of India under the current government, emphasizing that many nations have expressed their gratitude for India's willingness to address issues that they felt unable to voice themselves. Watch this.
And when we spoke, many other countries came to us and said, "हम कहना तो चाहते थे, कह नहीं पाए, but at least you spoke." So, and even I was here during G20 time, and I want to thank all of you. आप लोगों ने अपना योगदान दिया उस समय, and it was really a fantastic. ऐसा G20 दुनिया ने कभी देखा नहीं था और याद रखेगी दुनिया. But at the end of that G20, one very big thing happened. African Union got membership in G20, which they were waiting for years. हर G20 पे लोग उनको कहते थे हाँ हाँ हो जाएगा, फिर टरका देते थे, होता नहीं था, कहते थे अगली बार आएगी, अगली बार became अगली बार and अगली बार. But we delivered. So, आज अगर दुनिया में हमारी छवि बनी है, ये it is not one single thing. जैसे मैंने कहा, चंद्रयान हो सकता है, ड्रोन्स हो सकते हैं, वैक्सीन हो सकता है, हमारी बिजनेस की जो क्षमता जो है, हमारे टैलेंट, हमारे प्रोफेशनल जो जाते हैं, हमारे डॉक्टर, हमारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स, हमारे इंजीनियर्स जो जाते हैं. आज देखिए, मुझे जो है अब 47 साल हो गए इस बिजनेस में, और मुझे याद है दुनिया हमारे बारे में क्या कहती थी उस समय. Today it's a very different perception of it, and it is a very different perception of India because it is today a very different India, with a different Prime Minister, with a different government, with a feeling this India is capable of doing things, वो अपना भी करेंगे, दुनिया का भी करेंगे. जब हम वसुधैव कुटुंबकम
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has attended the Safai Mitra Sammelan and the felicitation ceremony which is held in Gorakhpur district, recognizing the vital contributions of the sanitation workers. Now during this event, Yogi honored the various Safai Mitras for their dedicated service to maintaining cleanliness and hygiene in their communities. Adityanath has emphasized the importance of sanitation in public health and urban development, urging the local authorities to support and empower these workers in the future as well. This ceremony aimed to raise awareness about the essential role of sanitization workers in society and to motivate them even further in their efforts towards a cleaner and a healthier environment overall.
मंच पर आसीन माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय से करबद्ध अनुरोध कि माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी आप अपने कर कमलों से स्वच्छता ही सेवा बुकलेट का विमोचन करके आज सफाई मित्र सुरक्षा सम्मेलन में नगर निगम गोरखपुर की ओर से तालियों के साथ यह पूरी बुकलेट सफाई कर्मियों के कार्यदायित्वों पर आधारित एवं जिन कार्यों को नवाचारी कार्यों को नगर निगम गोरखपुर ने सफाई मित्रों की सुरक्षा एवं संरक्षा के लिए आच्छादित किया है उस पर आधारित बुकलेट का विमोचन माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय के कर कमलों से संपन्न होता हुआ। आज वह क्षण है कि जब नगर निगम गोरखपुर प्रदेश का प्रथम ISO सर्टिफाइड नगर निगम बनने जा रहा है और यह श्रृंखला आज माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय से करबद्ध अनुरोध है कि आप अपने कर कमलों से माननीय महापौर महोदय को नगर निगम गोरखपुर के क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट के लिए जिसमें वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट का यह ISO प्रमाण पत्र माननीय महापौर महोदय को माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय के कर कमलों से हस्तांतरित किया गया और आज का यह कार्यक्रम मुख्य रूप से जिन सफाई मित्रों की सुरक्षा एवं सम्मेलन के सम्मान समारोह हेतु आयोजित है। इस हेतु उत्तर प्रदेश शासन के परम आदरणीय माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय से सादर अनुरोध है कि माननीय महोदय आप अपने कर कमलों से चयनित स्वच्छता मित्रों को मिष्ठान वितरण एवं प्रमाण पत्र उन हेतु सम्मानित करें। इस हेतु सर्वप्रथम मंच पर आमंत्रित करेंगे श्री रमाकांत जी स्वच्छता मित्र। तालियों के साथ इन स्वच्छता मित्रों का जिनके सहयोग से नगर निगम गोरखपुर के तत्वावधान में आयोजित सभी परियोजनाएं आच्छादित होती हैं। श्री राधेश्याम जी सफाई मित्र। नेक्स्ट श्री पवन दयाल जी स्वच्छता मित्र और इसी क्रम में श्री दीपक जी सफाई मित्र, श्री विश्वनाथ जी स्वच्छता मित्र।
Viewers, images of a surreal kind are painting the night skies in the airspace in Iran and Israel. Thousands of mobile phones of citizens are capturing the missiles taking off from Iran and then being intercepted in the airspace over Israel, with a handful of those missiles finding their way through the world's most advanced air defense technology to hit the ground in Israel. Iran says that large-scale destruction has taken place on the ground in Israel. Israel has categorically denied this and said that no military bases have been hit and that the damage on the ground is very, very minimal. Israel's ambassador to India, Reuven Azar, has addressed this ongoing conflict in West Asia and Hezbollah's involvement, emphasizing that Israel will now strictly adhere to targets approved by its cabinet. He further stated that any entity attacking Israel will face a response, highlighting that Hezbollah's attempts to continue its aggression will be met with force. Azar has pointed out that Israel has demonstrated its ability to significantly impair Hezbollah's military capabilities, and he reaffirmed Israel's commitment to addressing the whole situation in the north, aiming to implement United Nations Security Council Resolution number 1701 and to ensure the safe return of residents to their homes. Watch this.
What was the scale of attack?
Well, as we've seen during the night, Israel attacked in a very precise way military targets in Iran. We have neutralized the air defense system of Iran, and we have destroyed missile capabilities, missile factories, and other air capabilities that the Iranians have. Iran is now completely exposed. We have shown very clearly that there is a price to pay when you attack the state of Israel, and we are staying at this point very focused in not escalating further. We want to be confined in the targets of that the Israeli cabinet has defined. That means to completely eradicate the military capabilities of Hamas, bring back our hostages, and make sure that Hamas doesn't rearm and regroup. And in the north, we want to bring our 70,000 citizens that we had to evacuate from the north as a result of the Hezbollah attack back home. Now, Iran, unfortunately, has decided to escalate the situation and widen the attack against Israel. Israel is not going to allow that. And Iran knows now very well that if it continues attacking Israel, any target in Iran is reachable.
Right. So Iran said that its air defenses had successfully countered the attack, and some locations suffered limited damages. How do you see such statements from Iran, and do you expect any future retaliation from Iran? And in case it does, what would be Israel's plan?
Well, we are used to this kind of lies coming from Iran, but it's a good sign. I think it's a sign that Iran has gotten the message and actually probably is not going to retaliate more, because if it does choose to retaliate again or counterattack the state of Israel, the results would be much worse for it. So this is our clear message. We sent this message in multiple channels to the Iranians. Stay out of this. Stop attacking the state of Israel. If you stop attacking us, we will refrain from attacking you. We will continue defending ourselves, both against Hamas, against Hezbollah, against any terrorists anywhere in the world, including inside Iran. But we are not interested in a regional escalation.
Right. So how do you see the conflict escalating into a wider one, since Hezbollah is also involved? We saw recently there was a drone that was launched towards Israeli Prime Minister's residence. So how do you see this conflict moving forward?
Meanwhile, farmers have staged protests across various regions, blocking the roads to express their grievances over the pressing farming and agricultural issues. The visuals from these demonstrations viewers show large groups of farmers led by prominent figures such as Reuven Azar gathering in large numbers and displaying banners highlighting their important demands. The protests are aimed to draw attention to concerns such as inadequate pricing for the crops, lack of support from the government, and issues related to land rights. Pandher, as a key farmer leader, he has emphasized the urgency of addressing these challenges to ensure the welfare of the entire farming community and has called for immediate action from authorities.
परमार जी, डीसी कपूरथला, एसएसपी कपूरथला एंड डीआईजी बॉर्डर रेंज थे, उनके साथ जो सभी हमारे फोरम के लीडर्स गए हैं, उनकी जो वार्ता हुई है उसमें देखिए 2-3 बात। एक तो हमने सबसे बड़ी बात रखी कि जो पंजाब में आड़तियों ने ये कहा भी सेलर मिल मालक जो इस बार धान नहीं लेंगे, अगर आप 8 किलो का 10 किलो का कट लगाएंगे या 500-400 रुपये कम एमएसपी से नीचे बेचेंगे तो हम आपकी जो धान है वो भराई कर लेंगे बोरियों में। तो कट पूरे 60%, 55% किसानों के ऊपर लग चुका है, जो हमने देखा लगा हुआ है। उसके साथ हमने कहा पंजाब सरकार एक स्पेशल ऑर्डर सीएम जारी कर दे कि जितने भी किसान, अगर मॉइस्चर अधिक होने के कारण किसान ने कट लगाया उसके ऊपर हम नहीं बोलेंगे। अगर 17% से नीचे की फसल के ऊपर भी कट लगा तो आप पंजाब सरकार ऑर्डर करें भी सभी कट जो लगे हैं उसकी भरपाई की जाएगी, क्योंकि एमएसपी तो पूरी की पूरी मिल रही। अगर कोई आड़ती या नहीं भरपाई करेगा तो उनके ऊपर पर्चा दर्ज किया जाएगा। एक तो ये ऑर्डर हमने कहा भी पास करिए। दूसरी, हमने कहा जो हमें लग रहा अभी लोग इतने परेशान हो रहे हैं, हम परेशान हो रहे हैं, किसान को लूटा जा रहा है। सीएम साहब दिल्ली गए हैं, अगर वो चाहें, हमारी नहीं मांग, हम सीएम से मिलकर कोई हमने फोटो नहीं, हमें सुबह मिलकर वो बताएं भी दिल्ली में क्या प्रोग्रेस हो गई। वो तो हेलीकॉप्टर से झट आ सकते हैं, बात करके जा भी सकते हैं। सभी लीडरों को अगर ये मालूम क्या कि कोई ठोस आधार बन रहा मसले के हल का, तो फिर उस समय पर उचित निर्णय हम लोग ले लेंगे कि क्या इसको करना है। सीएम के बारे में उन्होंने बताया वो व्यस्त है। हमने बोला पंजाब मर रहा भाई, उनको हमने हेलीकॉप्टर दिया हमारे पैसों से, तो भाई आके बात क्यों नहीं कर सकते। अब ये देश के लोग, पंजाब के लोग फैसला कर रहे हैं, हमने लोगों के बीच अपनी बात रखनी है। हमने इस क्राइसिस से निकलने के लिए एक हल उनको दिया, इस ढंग से हम निकल सकते हैं। उन्होंने मीटिंग करनी है नहीं करनी है उनकी मर्जी का सवाल है। हम लोगों को कहना चाहते भी हम तो कुछ ना कुछ इसका किस ढंग से हल चाहते, हल के लिए कोई प्रपोजल दे दिया। जो उन्होंने हमें बात बताई है कि कोई 2 मिनिस्टर आपसे बात कर लेंगे, हमने बोला आपकी प्रपोजल के ऊपर हम विचार लेंगे, ठीक है ना। तो अभी ये मोर्चे का हमें हल नजर नहीं आ रहा है। हाँ, उन्होंने ये भी बोला कि हमारी मिलर्स के साथ समझौता हो रहा है। हमने बोला ठीक है, अगर कोई समझौता हो गया मिलर के साथ तो मिलर एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट को आखिर प्रेस में आ जाए, बोल दे भी हमारा समझौता हो गया, हमें मालूम चल जाएगा। दूसरा बोल रहे हैं हम लिफ्टिंग करवा रहे हैं, हमने बोला ऐसा ही होना चाहिए। अगर लिफ्टिंग हो गई तो कल सुबह तक मीडिया के थ्रू प्रेस में सब बातें आ जाएंगी, हमारे किसानों के फोन आ जाएंगे कि अब मंडियां उठ रही हैं। अगर सिर्फ मीटिंग में आप बात करके टाल देना चाहते हैं, अभी तक कुछ जैसे आप होशियारपुर से कुछ लिफ्टिंग हुई है, जहां यहां फगवाड़ा में हुई है, बाकी जगहों पर समस्या तो ज्यों की त्यों है। तो ये अभी तक की ये अभी सामने मोर्चा जारी रहेगा। हाँ, मोर्चा चारों जगहों पर जारी होएगा और एक आध जगह पर और भी मोर्चा बढ़ाया जाएगा। इस जगह पे बढ़ाया जाएगा। हाँ, ये आपको आने वाले समय में बता देंगे। और देखिए, जो आज पंजाब के डीजीपी परमार जी, डीसी कपूरथला, एसएसपी कपूरथला एंड डीआईजी बॉर्डर रेंज थे, उनके साथ जो सभी हमारे फोरम के लीडर्स गए हैं, उनकी जो वार्ता हुई है उसमें देखिए 2-3 बात। एक तो हमने सबसे बड़ी बात रखी कि जो पंजाब में आड़तियों ने ये कहा कि सेलर मिल मालक जो इस बार धान नहीं लेंगे।
Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu has launched the Telugu Desam Party or the TDP membership registration program, aiming to strengthen the party's grassroots presence and to engage more citizens in the political process. Now, during this launch, Naidu emphasized the importance of expanding the party's base and fostering a sense of unity among the supporters. Babu has urged party workers to actively promote the membership drive and connect with the community, highlighting the role of Telugu Desam Party in addressing local issues and championing development in Andhra Pradesh. This initiative is seen as a strategic move to energize the party ahead of the upcoming elections and reinforce its commitment to the welfare of the people overall.
తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ వచ్చిన తర్వాత తెలుగు జాతిని గురించి మనం వర్ణించుకునే పరిస్థితి వస్తుంది. ఒకప్పుడు తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ రాకమునుపు తెలుగు జాతికి గుర్తింపు లేదు, మదరాసి అని పిలిచేవారు. ఎక్కడన్నా బయట పోతే మీరు తమిళనాడు నుంచి వచ్చారని ఎవరు వచ్చినా కూడా అదే పేరు పెట్టి పిలిచేవారు. కానీ ఎన్టీ రామారావు గారు వచ్చిన తర్వాత, ఆయన ముఖ్యమంత్రి అయిన తర్వాతనే తెలుగు జాతి ఒకటి ఉందని నిరూపించడమే కాకుండా ప్రపంచం మొత్తం తెలుగువారి ఆత్మగౌరవాన్ని కాపాడిన ఏకైక నాయకుడు నందమూరి తారక రామారావు గారు. ఏకైక పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. అలాంటి పార్టీ వారసులుగా మనం ముందుకు పోవడం గర్వించదగ్గ విషయం. అక్కడి నుంచి కూడా ఎప్పుడు కూడా కార్యకర్తలకు పెద్దపేటేసిన పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. కార్యకర్తల మనోభావాల్ని గౌరవించిన పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. ప్రతి 2 సంవత్సరాలకు ఒకసారి ఎన్ని ఇబ్బందులు వచ్చినా మెంబర్షిప్ చేర్పించాం. మెంబర్షిప్ చేసి అక్కడికి వదిలిపెట్టలేదు. ఎక్కడికక్కడ గ్రామ కమిటీ నుంచి రాష్ట్ర కమిటీ వరకు కార్యకర్తల భాగస్వామ్యంతో వాళ్ళ మనోభావాలతో కమిటీలన్నీ ఎంపిక చేశాం. ఇంకొక పక్క ఎప్పటికప్పుడు యువతను ప్రోత్సహించాం. తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ రాకమునుపు మీరు చూస్తే కొన్ని కుటుంబాలకే పరిమితమైనటువంటి అధికారం కానీ రాజకీయం కానీ సామాన్య ప్రజానీకానికి అందుబాటులో తెచ్చిన పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. చదువుకున్న యువకులకు ప్రాధాన్యత ఇచ్చాం. వాళ్ళందరికీ ఎమ్మెల్యేలుగా, ఎంపీలుగా, లేకపోతే జిల్లా పరిషత్ చైర్మన్స్గా మీరు చూస్తే ఫస్ట్ టైం చదువుకున్న వ్యక్తుల్ని బడుగు బలహీన వర్గాల నుంచి పెద్ద ఎత్తున ప్రోత్సహించిన పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. ఒక్క మాటలో చెప్పాలంటే రాజకీయ విశ్వవిద్యాలయం తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. అనేక మంది నాయకులను తయారు చేసిన పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. ఈరోజు ఎవరిని చూసినా దానికి మూలాలు ఎక్కడున్నాయంటే వాళ్ళ రాజకీయ జీవితం తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీతోనే ప్రారంభమైంది. అలాంటి పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ. ఇంకొక పక్కన మీరు చూస్తే తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఒకసారి పదవి ఇచ్చిన్నాయి. తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ రాక మునుపు, తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ వచ్చిన తర్వాత తెలుగు జాతిని గురించి మనం వర్ణించుకునే పరిస్థితి వస్తుంది. ఒకప్పుడు తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ రాకమునుపు
Bharatiya Janata Party MP Tejasvi Surya has criticized the current practices of the Waqf Board, asserting that unchecked powers to encroach on the land will be curtailed. Tejasvi has highlighted that Zamir Ahmad Khan, the Minister for the Minorities and Waqf in Karnataka, has now initiated Waqf Adalats or the courts to instruct revenue authorities to register lands claimed by the Waqf Board as their own. Surya pointed out that in the Vijaypura district, hundreds of acres of farmers' lands are now being registered as Waqf properties. Surya further accused the Congress government in Karnataka of actively supporting this encroachment viewers through state machinery, describing it as a clear abuse of political power. Surya has vowed that the Bharatiya Janata Party would now vigorously defend the interests of the farmers in the state.
Lands, properties that farmers have been they have inherited, have been tilling from generations together, and the Congress government in Karnataka is actively providing support through the state machinery for this encroachment. Even yesterday, hundreds of farmers from Vijaypura met me. They have shown documents where the mutation register has been changed just over the last week upon the instructions of the minister from the name of the farmers to the Waqf Board, and this has been done without affording an opportunity of hearing to the farmers, without a notice being issued by the revenue authorities. This is clear and pure abuse of process. This has to be condemned. The Bharatiya Janata Party will fight tooth and nail to protect the interests of farmers in Karnataka. To be curtailed. Minister for Minorities and Waqfs in Karnataka, Zamir Ahmad Khan, has started these Waqf Adalats. In these Waqf Adalats, he is instructing the revenue authorities, including the deputy commissioners in districts, to register lands that the Waqf Board has claimed to be its own. And in many instances, especially in Vijaypura district, hundreds of acres of land belonging to farmers are now being registered as Waqf properties. And this is a very serious attempt at encroaching farmers' lands, properties that farmers have been they have inherited, have been tilling from generations together. And the Congress government in Karnataka is actively providing support through the state machinery for this encroachment. Even yesterday, hundreds of farmers from Vijaypura met me. They have shown documents where the mutation register has been changed just over the last week upon the instructions of the minister from the name of the farmers to the Waqf board. And this has been done without affording an opportunity of hearing to the farmers, without a notice being issued by the revenue authorities. This is clear and pure abuse of process. This has to be condemned. The Bharatiya Janata Party will fight tooth and nail to protect the interests of farmers in Karnataka. To be curtailed. Minister for Minorities and Waqfs in Karnataka, Zamir Ahmad Khan, has started these Waqf Adalats. In these Waqf Adalats, he is instructing the revenue authorities, including the deputy commissioners in districts, to register lands that the Waqf board has claimed to be its own. And in many instances, especially in Vijaypura district, hundreds of acres of land belonging to farmers are now being registered as Waqf properties. And this is a very serious attempt at encroaching farmers' lands, properties that farmers have been, that have inherited, have been tilling from generations together. And the Congress government in Karnataka is actively providing support through the state machinery for this encroachment. Even yesterday, hundreds of farmers from Vijaypura met me. They have shown documents where the mutation register has been changed just over the last week upon the instructions of the minister from the name of the farmers to the Waqf board. And this has been done without affording an opportunity of hearing to the farmers, without a notice being issued by the revenue authorities. This is clear and pure abuse of process. This has to be condemned. The Bharatiya Janata Party will fight tooth and nail to protect the interests of farmers in Karnataka. To be curtailed.
Keshav Mehto Kamlesh, who happens to be the Jharkhand wing Congress president, responded to statements made by Assam Chief Minister and Jharkhand BJP Assembly election co-in-charge Himant Biswa Sharma regarding the seat-sharing formula with the Rashtriya Janata Dal. Kamlesh has criticized Sharma's remarks, emphasizing that such statements reflect a lack of understanding of the political dynamics in Jharkhand. He asserted that the Congress party is committed to strengthening its position in the state and working collaboratively with its allies to ensure a fair and effective electoral strategy. Kamlesh urged the Bharatiya Janata Party to focus on addressing the local issues rather than making unfounded claims about seat-sharing arrangements.
तैयारी कैसी है कांग्रेस और गठबंधन?
पूरी मजबूती के साथ है। हम लोग पूरी गठबंधन एक साथ एकजुट हैं और पूरी आगामी विधानसभा चुनाव में मतलब 2024 में पुनः गठबंधन की सरकार बनेगी। उसके संबंध में भी बात हुई है हम लोगों की कल।
अगर आरजेडी को गठबंधन में शामिल नहीं रखते हैं तो उससे चुनावी नुकसान हो सकता है आप लोगों को?
देखिए, जब मिलजुल के लड़ेंगे तो उससे तो मजबूती आएगी, अलग अलग लड़ेंगे तो थोड़ा सा कमजोरी आएगी।
तो हक मांग रहे हैं, अपना करें हमें सीट चाहिए।
हक तो उनको तो दिया गया है, उनको 5 सीट दिया गया है। जो बात हुई थी जेएमएम और ये में कांग्रेस में, चाहे उनके राजद के साथ जो बात हुई थी उसमें 5 सीटें उनके साथ थी।
वो राजी हैं 5?
अब वो तो वही ना बताएंगे, उसके संबंध हम कैसे बता सकते?
नहीं माने तो
उनका अपना फैसला होगा ना, हम लोग क्या करेंगे उस पर।
पैसे से चुनाव लड़ो और एनडीए दिन ब दिन मजबूत हो रही है, क्या वो चलन है कांग्रेस में? आप चूंकि अध्यक्ष हैं।
मुझे आज तक उसकी कोई जानकारी नहीं है। ये एक चलन वो पुराने रहे हैं, उनको अपनी जानकारी होगी, उन्होंने उस किसी को दिया हो गया, किसी से लिया होगा, तबे उसको जानकारी है। हमको इस संबंध में कोई जानकारी नहीं है।
आपका आरोप मिल रहे होंगे?
कुछ नहीं, हम लोग पूरी पारदर्शिता के साथ।
मतलब उनके बारे में आपका कहना है कि वो खुद ही लेन देन में?
नहीं, जब वो थे कांग्रेस में तो उनको अच्छी तरह जानकारी होगी ना, उसके संबंध में वही मतलब अच्छी तरह बता सकते हैं।
दूसरा झारखंड बाकी है, कब तक?
बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा।
बहुत जल्दी। और तैयारी कैसी है कांग्रेस और गठबंधन?
पूरी मजबूती के साथ है। हम लोग पूरी गठबंधन एक साथ एकजुट हैं और पूरी आगामी विधानसभा चुनाव में मतलब 2024 में पुनः गठबंधन की सरकार बनेगी। उसके संबंध में भी बात हुई है हम लोगों की कल।
अगर आरजेडी को गठबंधन में शामिल नहीं रखते हैं तो उससे चुनावी नुकसान हो सकता है आप लोगों को?
देखिए, जब मिलजुल के लड़ेंगे तो उससे तो मजबूती आएगी, अलग अलग लड़ेंगे तो थोड़ा सा कमजोरी आएगी।
वो तो हक मांग रहे हैं अपना, करें हमें सीट चाहिए।
हक तो उनको तो दिया गया है, उनको 5 सीट दिया गया है। जो बात हुई थी जेएमएम और ये में कांग्रेस में, चाहे उनके राजद के साथ जो बात हुई थी उसमें 5 सीटें उनके साथ थी।
वो राजी हैं 5?
अब वो तो वही ना बताएंगे, उसके संबंध हम कैसे बता
नहीं माने तो?
नहीं माने तो उनका अपना फैसला होगा ना, हम लोग क्या करेंगे उस पर।
पैसे से चुनाव लड़ो और एनडीए दिन ब दिन मजबूत हो रही है, क्या वो चलन है कांग्रेस में? आप चूंकि अध्यक्ष हैं।
मुझे आज तक उसकी कोई जानकारी नहीं है। ये एक चलन वो पुराने रहे हैं, उनको अपनी जानकारी होगी, उन्होंने उस किसी को दिया हो गया, किसी से लिया होगा, तबे उसको जानकारी है। हमको इस संबंध में कोई जानकारी नहीं है।
आपका आरोप मिल रहे होंगे?
कुछ नहीं, हम लोग पूरी पारदर्शिता के साथ।
मतलब उनके बारे में आपका कहना है कि वो खुद ही लेन देन में?
नहीं, जब वो थे कांग्रेस में तो उनको अच्छी तरह जानकारी होगी ना, उसके संबंध में वही मतलब अच्छी तरह बता सकते हैं।
दूसरा, झारखंड बाकी है, कब तक?
बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा,
बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा।
बहुत जल्दी।
और तैयारी कैसी है कांग्रेस और गठबंधन?
पूरी मजबूती के साथ है, हम लोग पूरी गठबंधन एक साथ एकजुट हैं और पूरी आगामी विधानसभा चुनाव में मतलब 2024 में पुनः गठबंधन की सरकार बनेगी। उसके संबंध में भी बात हुई है हम लोगों की कल।
अगर आरजेडी को गठबंधन में शामिल नहीं रखते हैं तो उससे चुनावी नुकसान हो सकता है आप लोगों को?
देखिए, जब मिलजुल के लड़ेंगे तो उससे तो मजबूती आएगी, अलग अलग लड़ेंगे तो थोड़ा सा कमजोरी आएगी।
वो तो हक मांग रहे हैं अपना, करें हमें सीट चाहिए।
हक तो उनको तो दिया गया है, उनको 5 सीट दिया गया है। जो बात हुई थी जेएमएम और ये में कांग्रेस में, चाहे उनके राजद के साथ जो बात हुई थी उसमें 5 सीटें उनके साथ थी।
वो राजी हैं 5?
अब वो तो वही ना बताएंगे, उसके संबंध हम कैसे बता।
नहीं माने तो?
नहीं माने तो उनका अपना फैसला होगा ना, हम लोग क्या करेंगे उस पर।
पैसे से चुनाव।
Well, viewers, that's a wrap on this prime time with me, Anukriti Sharma. I shall catch up with all of you once again tomorrow at 7 p.m. sharp with yet another persuasive and powerful prime time. Till then, keep watching CVR English for more news and updates.